There's been a lot of news surrounding the Activision Blizzard deal and if it's going to go through with the FTC and all these other governments. Well, we got some awesome news that's starting to show that Xbox is getting closer and closer to closing this deal down. In fact, there's whispers going around the industry that Xbox is pushing pretty hard for the deal to move faster. Let's get into what is being said by Microsoft directly and see if we can get a timeline for this deal to be done and if Xbox can get this deal done in a timely manner. Alright, so you know the drill. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button and that like button. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. All the support is greatly appreciated. So the first thing I want to say is that this is directly from Microsoft President and Vice Chairman Brad Smith. This isn't some rumor or someone talking in a forum guessing at what's going to happen with Activision Blizzard and Microsoft. This is information that Microsoft wanted to share to give fans and stakeholders an update on the actions being taken by Microsoft to get this deal done in a timely manner. Let's get into what is being said and just how much progress they've made, because I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised with the news that is being heard around the industry, and I'm glad that Microsoft is taking this very seriously. Here's what's said. Microsoft, the Activision Blizzard deal is moving fast. In a recent interview with Belgium Echo via WCCF Tech, Microsoft President and Vice Chairman Brad Smith offered some fresh details about the progression of the big Activision Blizzard acquisition. It's moving fast, at least fast enough for an acquisition of this size, Smith stated. We have received requests for information on this subject here in Brussels, but also in London and Washington. We answer questions, we give briefings, and we provide the information requested. One of our attorneys summed it up nicely by saying, "We're coming to the end of the beginning, and now we're entering the beginning of the middle. It's a long process, and we're still at the stage where we're answering questions. For us, of course, the sooner it is done, the better, but we will respect the process." All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the fact he mentions the acquisition is moving fast. This is something multiple people have talked about before across journalism and a couple other websites. Microsoft isn't playing games when it comes to buying Activision and Blizzard. No, not at all. They want to make sure things are going smoothly and they have some aggressive lawyers in place to make that happen, because this is a lot of money that's being played with. $70 billion, or close to $70 billion, is one of the biggest acquisitions we've seen in history. Not to mention, there's been reports that if this deal does fail, Activision just gets a free $3 billion from Microsoft directly because of the lawyers and everything they had to put forward to make this happen. That is a lot of money to anyone. Companies like Microsoft don't leave things to chance. They don't wait and see things happening in front of them. They push the envelope and they try to get big acquisitions like this done in a timely manner so they can get what they were paying for. And don't get me wrong, this is a massive buyout. It's going to take a lot of time for this to take place. Yet the most telling aspect of what he was saying is that an attorney on their team said the beginning stages of this process are over, that they're starting the middle process. Think about that for a second. Let's play a little bit of timetables here. They've been working on this process since about November, negotiating and hashing out numbers with Activision Blizzard executives and just trying to get this deal locked down. But they announced their intention to buy out the company in January. That was 4 months ago. So 4 months ago, that's when the process started. That's when they started filing the papers. That's when they started hiring lawyers to bring in the FTC and everybody else that wanted to have questions like he was talking about right there. Now, I'm no law professor and I'm not any kind of lawyer, but if I was to put a timeline on this thing, we would say by November or December of this year, we could see the purchase be done. If not, then I would expect it to finish around March next year or maybe earlier, some timetable around there. But let's say Microsoft is being aggressive, and I mean very, very aggressive with this purchase because they want to get it done and move on. And let's say they do get it done by the end of this year. Could we see Call of Duty games and every single Blizzard game join Game Pass by the end of this year? That's something I could see happening if Microsoft wants to be super aggressive with this purchase and this acquisition just to push it forward, especially since this deal has been scrutinized by multiple FTC claims and other claims across the industry. And you know what? Of course it is. Something like this, when a big tech company buys something so massive, of course FTC and all these government officials and every lawyer and every company and every industry is going to get involved because it really does shake the foundation of the gaming industry. So that's something that this article mentions actually right here. The deal is subject to a large amount of regulatory scrutiny, with lawmakers both in the US and Europe exploring the minutiae of what the deal will entail for staff and the wider gaming market. Microsoft President Brad Smith noted that the deal is moving fast as Redmond fields information requests from London, Washington, and Brussels. Microsoft has previously stated that it hopes for the deal to have closed in the first half of 2023, which could see upcoming unannounced Activision titles go exclusive to Xbox Game Pass platforms such as phones, Windows PCs, and Xbox consoles. Microsoft has, however, confirmed that they intend to keep Call of Duty multi-platform in similar fashion to Minecraft. It remains to be seen what that could mean for franchises like Diablo and Overwatch, or Blizzard's upcoming unannounced survival game. As with all things, time will tell. So the first thing is that Microsoft has multiple teams of lawyers working for the US and of course Europe and all these other countries, not to mention all the other countries that have deals involved. So the process is going to take a very long time. We see right here he mentions they're getting questions from London, Washington, and Brussels. All of these questions and governments getting involved was going to happen. They saw this. Everyone knew that that was going to happen. It's why Microsoft consulted with their lawyers and every legal team they have on payroll to get this done and push things forward as fast as possible. Because this deal does affect a lot of people and a lot of employers, stock market, and pretty much every single business that's in the gaming industry. Yes, Sony, EA, Amazon, Google, and of course, Tencent, who has been buying up pretty much everything, trying to compete in multiple aspects of gaming. Tencent has been buying small stakes here, a little bit of a company there, half a company there, or all out buying companies and studios. They're all over the place. They're kind of like an octopus putting their tentacles everywhere. And Microsoft sees that, and every big gaming company sees that. Yet this whole deal is about massive IPs, which Activision and Blizzard own, some of the biggest ones around in gaming. Call of Duty might stay multi-platform for a period of time. There's no denying that. But as the article mentions, there's still Diablo, Overwatch, StarCraft, Warcraft, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, and a bunch of other games out there that Blizzard makes. Not to mention the new IPs that Blizzard are working on right now with that survival game they mentioned. Even if they're multiple platform, the biggest attraction will be for gamers who want to join Game Pass, especially on the PC platform that Xbox seems to be focusing on. We talked about this before. I always felt this deal isn't about the console gamers, no matter how much that sucks to hear. But Xbox understands that the biggest growth potential they have is in two markets: PC and mobile gaming. With Blizzard bringing out two massive mobile games like Diablo Immortal and Warcraft Arclight Rumble, it's easy to see they can reach multiple types of gamers in multiple games that they aren't making. Microsoft doesn't really have any mobile gaming going on right now, so that's why Blizzard and Activision are such a great attraction to them. And that's what this whole thing is about: building their library and also getting some of the biggest IPs in gaming on Game Pass. It's why Xbox and Microsoft are pushing this deal so hard, and while they'll continue to do so for the next several months. We could potentially see this thing close out by November or early 2023. I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft tries to get this done as quickly as possible so they can finally move on from all of the litigation and all of the time and money that they're spending on this. Get the games they want in Game Pass and also start to utilize all the talent that those studios possess. And that's exactly what they want to do. They want to take all that talent, put them on something, because we're not going to see any fruition of this purchase for several years. You got to understand, for the next year, if not the next 8 to 9 months, they're going to be working on this deal, trying to get everything closed. And once they do get it closed, then it's going to be a transition of implementing everything into the Xbox ecosystem and getting the culture fits together, putting multiple studios together, sharing technology together, having meetings, going together, doing everything they need to do together. That is going to take time. I mean, look how long it took Bethesda to get all of their games onto Game Pass. They had their game show, they had their sit-down roundtable, and then boom, they started putting their games in there little by little. But we still haven't even gotten a single, and I mean that, one single exclusive Bethesda game in the couple years that they've owned them. So how long do you think it's going to take Activision and Blizzard to start dropping some of these games? This is why I think they want to get the deal done as soon as possible, because there are games like Diablo 4, Overwatch 2, and that survival game being built for the last several years. And those games are very close to coming out. They've been in development for 3 to 4 years, if not 5 years. So yeah, I think Microsoft wants to lock this down. I think they want to get these games onto Game Pass day and date, and also make them exclusive to their ecosystem, especially games like Diablo 4. There's no need to put it anywhere else. It's not the biggest franchise like Call of Duty, and it's not going to get scrutinized. It's a smaller franchise, yet when it comes out, it's basically an event. Anytime Blizzard brings out a game, It becomes an event to a lot of people, especially the PC market. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Diablo and Overwatch 2 be exclusive to the Xbox, and then boom, you have that on Game Pass, and you're starting to fill out a lot of your library, and you're starting to fill out Game Pass with big games coming out almost every single month, or every 4 months. That's the whole point. 2022 is looking bleak. Xbox doesn't have a lot of games, if any, coming out from first party. I'm sure there might be some surprises, some shadow drops coming in the holiday season, but overall, they need Activision Blizzard, and they need Bethesda, and they need their game studios to start dropping games. That's why they're trying to get this deal done as fast as possible. But enough of what I think about all this. Tell me what you think. Can we see this deal close by the end of 2022? Do you think this deal will drag out until 2023? When will we see Call of Duty and all those big IPs join Xbox Game Pass? And are they going to be exclusive? Could we see some Activision Blizzard games join Game Pass before the deal is actually done? Is the PC and mobile market the biggest attraction to Microsoft? Do you think all gamers are going to get benefit from this deal if they start putting games on Game Pass? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My gamertag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing a bunch of games. Like I've said before, I've been jumping into Apex Legends, playing Ranked there. I'm almost at Gold, trying to get to Platinum so we can get into Masters and all that, and Diamond. Me and my buddies are having fun, but we don't have a full squad yet. It's just me and one of my other buddies, and then we kind of interchange the third person, so we're having a lot of fun there. But I've also been jumping into a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That game is so much fun. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not as good as Elden Ring, and it's not as good as other RPGs out there, but for what it is, I'm having a good time, and I also want to get into Dawn of the Ragnarok, because they dropped that, and I know that's like a 30 to 35 hour experience, so I'm working my way through that game. It's pretty cool, but I have to say that it could be a little bit better. I'm looking forward to the next Assassin's Creed. It might be just the environment. Maybe I don't like the way England look. It looks kind of drab, and it looks kind of like grayed out, and, you know, kind of depressing, honestly. After going to Odyssey in Egypt, which looked beautiful and stunning, going to England was kind of a letdown for me, but I'm enjoying the game overall and the combat overall. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing something on your PS5? Are you playing something on your Xbox Series X? Or are you playing something on your PC? Let me know down below, because that's what we're here for, is to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.